This is a world of heroes wielding swords and magic. Heroes Continent. At this very moment, this place currently has a large-scale massive war taking place due to the Demon Queen launching an all-out war against all the races. With the help of the Demon Queen's oppressive strength, the Demon Queen's army was like a hot knife through butter in their attacks. And the empires of the various races fell to ruin, one after the other. Very quickly, only the human race remained steadfast in their resistance. But alas, because of the internal strife and rebellions amongst the humans, their empire collapsed along with their defenses. Humans surrender, and just like that, she was dubbed the strongest Demon Queen in history, Elizabeth, as well as secured her position as the only ruler of this world. It was a complete domination. At the human empire on the edge of destruction, a priest was still struggling and fighting with Demon Queen army. Priest shouted, telling Elizabeth to don't think she have won with this alone. In the future, she will definitely be defeated completely by their hero, just like in the legends, Queen's Guard. Kick that priest in face. He is human prince. Wis Malfoy, and the priest he just kicked is Wis Malfoy's teacher, Priest Barrow. Wis Malfoy asked Priest Barrow to please get things straight. Because right now, Her Majesty isn't asking for his opinion. She's giving him an order. Priest Barrow yelled that it's all bullshit, and Wis Malfoy is a patricide-committing, enemy-welcoming, traitor of the human race. Priest Barrow even cultivated him as if he were the prophesied hero in vain. Wis Malfoy get angry to hear Priest Barrow's nonsense. He told Priest Barrow since he missed Wis Malfoy's useless father of his so much, Wis Malfoy will just let Priest Barrow join him. Wis Malfoy unleashed his demon hand and transformed it into Demon's arm. But when Wis Malfoy struck at Priest Barrow, a dark shadow appeared behind him telling him to stay his hand. Wis Malfoy stopped his attack right before it hit Priest Barrow. Wis Malfoy knees in front of that shadow. That shadow asked Priest Barrow that since he said that he will stand by human side in the future, and it will end Demon Queen's defeat, so he better explain what he mean to this queen, Oregon. Else his death would not be a easy one. The existence standing in front of Priest Barrow is Demon Queen, Elizabeth. Elizabeth threatened Priest Barrow by telling him that this queen has 1,000 different ways to make him suffer a fate worse than death. Priest Barrow was too scared to see his death in Elizabeth's eyes. He started telling her that the prophecy states that when the prophesied hero pulls out the holy sword, it will be the day the demon race's reign comes to an end. The holy sword is the sword embedded in the stone platform in the main hall. After telling her everything Priest Barrow said he will never tell her, he will never betray the human race. Priest Barrow has lost his mind to fear. Elizabeth looks at stone platform in which holy sword, Alpha, was embedded. The legends tell of the hero receiving the right to challenge this queen because he pulls out this sword. As Elizabeth put her hand on that holy sword, she thought that it's interesting. Elizabeth said this queen shall look forward to his arrival here then. Since then, Elizabeth was waiting, but the first year under Elizabeth's reign ended while watting. Then second year under Elizabeth's reign ended while watting, as well as third, fourth, and fifth year ended. And now it's the 15th year under Elizabeth's reign. Under the Demon Queen's absolute rule, all the past practices and inequalities amongst the races were all abolished. Everyone was able to get along on equal standing. Without disputes, everyone was able to live in peace and harmony, developing together. Very quickly, Heroes Continent began thriving and flourishing. Additionally, because they were afraid of the rare peace being destroyed, an anti-hero alliance emerged. They resolutely rejected the arrival of the prophesied hero. Demon Empire at the initial Human Empire meeting hall. Demon Queen Elizabeth asked her subordinate, do they have any news on the prophesied hero, Chancellor of the Elf race? Twillia reported to Elizabeth that the elf race has already mobilized all the tree insects to search, but they could not find a single piece of information regarding the prophesied hero, Chancellor of the Dwarf race. Heimerdinger told Elizabeth that the dwarves are not very good at collecting information, but according to the information compiled from every weapon store around, there has been nobody suspicious. Chancellor of the human race, Aristotle said that he believed that even if that prophesied hero does make his appearance, him standing up against them will be in vain, so they need not worry about him at all. Chancellor of the demon race, Jim whispered and told Aristotle that Her Majesty isn't afraid of the prophesied hero. Instead, she really wants him to come. In order to act in response to that prophecy, Her Majesty gathered all sorts of ancient books on magic and war tactics to research. Chancellor of the Beastman race, Muggle told Aristotle that as long as Her Majesty wills it, she could annihilate Heroes Continent in a split second. Twillia said that it's that idiot Barrow's fault. What prophecy? It's just a load of nonsense. With Her Majesty ruling it is their fortune. They can just let the prophesied hero die. Suddenly, someone entered yelling, "Reject the hero! Reject the hero in the hall!" Heimerdinger said, "Speak of Barrow, and he shall appear." Initially High Priest of the human race, now President of the Demon Queen Fan Club. President of the Anti-Prophesied Hero Association, Barrow Smith, he was shouting. "Support the reign of Her Majesty. The Demon Queen reject the arrival of the hero." Demon Queen with one flick of her finger grabbed Priest Barrow by neck. Elizabeth was too angry. She asked Priest Barrow to explain himself to this queen. "Where is that prophesied hero?" Priest Barrow was too scared. He told her that actually the prophecy doesn't necessarily have to be accurate. When the target exceeds the expectations of the prophecy, like Your Majesty, for example. Miss Malfoy greets the Demon Queen and said that Priest Barrow is right. It is a great offense to take that stupid prophecy and apply it to Her Majesty. It is too great an offense. Her Majesty need not take offense in the slightest. This official has had new findings recently. Elizabeth hit Miss Malfoy with her tail, and in cold voice told him to get lost. Miss Malfoy was scared. He said he understood. Elizabeth threw Priest Barrow and shouted that her subordinates are bunch of trash. Elizabeth said, "The king have reached the peak of the world, holding the power of the world. She wait for the legendary hero to challenge her, and then become his stepping stone to fame. She have studied all the ancient magic books of the hero continent, and after countless hardships, she created the doomsday magic to wait for hero's challenge. But hero is nowhere to be seen. Where is he?" She was looking at the holy sword and getting angry thinking all this. Then she put her hand of the holy sword and said that since hero isn't coming to her. Jim, Twillia and all the Chancellor were scared, asking Queen Elizabeth that she don't mean to, Elizabeth shouted. "That she'll go to herself then." Elizabeth grabbed the holy sword and tried to unleash it. There was a huge shockwave of aura around Elizabeth. It was hard of Elizabeth to pull out the holy sword, so she used all her power to and concentrate on holy sword. All the Chancellors were scared to see Elizabeth's power. They couldn't believe that Demon Queen is really going to pull out Hero's sword. Suddenly, a huge energy light beam comes out of the rooftop of the Queen's palace, and the Demon Queen Elizabeth successfully pull out the holy sword. Elizabeth looks at the holy sword and thought that, who said that only the legendary hero can pull it out? She can do it too. When Elizabeth was holding the holy sword, she got a vision of a faraway mountain range, and on top of a mountain, there is a house. She thought that legendary hero is hiding there. Elizabeth raised her hand and used Labus magic. A magic circle appear. The magic she going to use was forced teleportation. When Miss Malfoy saw that she is going, he runs towards her asking her to please let him continue to serve her by her side. But he was too slow, and Elizabeth teleported. Miss Malfoy could only get her one hair. He was too sad because his master left him. On the other hand, at the newbie village, the legendary hero was wearing farming clothes and was holding an axe. He said that farming is too peaceful. His name is Leping. In reality, he is just an ordinary office worker, living a dull life, not fond of playing games or watching anime. The only pleasure is probably watching his favorite short videos on the way to work. When he was watching some short video, he said, "He's so envious. If only he could live like this too." And the next moment he teleported in this world. He was confused at first, but under the guidance of the newbie system, he slowly learned the basic survival skills here. He don't know anything about this different world at all, but it doesn't matter. Isn't this the kind of pastoral life that he want? His body is much healthier than when he was working. But one day while he was working, the newbie system told him that after this period of newbie training, Leping have fully met the conditions to leave the newbie village. So system asked him to please start his adventure. Leping asked system that isn't it fine now? Why do we have to leave? Newbie system told Leping that after leaving the newbie village, Leping will meet all kinds of other people in this world. He can learn various skills of sword and magic from them, become the legendary hero, and kill the Demon King. So please start your adventure. But system was shocked to hear that Leping don't want to kill any Demon King at all. Can't he just continue living here? System said. Of course not. Killing the Demon King is the player's mission. System message comes one after another asking Leping to please start his adventure. The system kept urging him to leave the newbie village and start an adventure. But besides nagging, it can't do anything to Leping. So to hell with what Demon King. Leping just want to live like this forever. Because there is a special time barrier here that can completely hide the newbie village for safety. And inside the barrier, a day has far more than 24 hours of time perception, which also allows Leping to do more things he like. Leping do farming and level up. He do hunting and level up. He so forging and level up. He still know nothing about swords and magic. But for him who doesn't go out for adventure, those are not important at all. Through exchanging points from newbie tasks, he slowly built his ideal pastoral home from scratch.